All right, everyone, we are live from South Boston. Are we ready? Welcome to the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade, everyone. I'm Colton Bradford.
And I am Sue O'Connell. And you know, today, Colton, everybody is Irish, right? Everybody is Irish.
Let's go, Boston! Let's go, Boston! All right, here we go, guys. We are live here from South Boston. We are on Broadway, the heart of St. Patrick's Day. Here, you can't even say here in New England. Really and truly, it's coast to coast. We are the St. Patrick's Day city in America.
Yeah, as you know, Colton, St. Patrick's Day, or the Irish immigration, was first celebrated in North America before the United States was even the United States, back in like 1737.
Yeah.
And the tradition of welcoming immigrants, welcoming migrants, welcoming folks from Ireland has been carried on year after year after year. And here we are at the heart of it all, South Boston, right on West Broadway, man.
So South Boston, part of the reason that this community is so important, this is where a lot of the Irish migrants, they move to when they move to Boston, here and also neighboring Dorchester as well. And the Irish folks here, they took on a lot of jobs that people in the city of Boston didn't want to do, which is why Boston is so proud, part of the reason that they're so proud of their Irish culture here. And there are a lot of people who are ready. You guys ready? Okay, so listen. In an effort to be fair and transparent with you.
We want to be open with you
Yes.
and tell you the truth here.
Sue O'Connell and I are hosting this parade right now. We can't hear our control room.
Nope.
We have no clue what is about to happen on television.
Nope.
But if you're a fan of Andy Cohen and Watch What Happens Live,
As
welcome
we are.
Yes. Welcome to Watch What Happens Live, St. Patrick's Day edition, everyone. Okay, if you've been watching NECN all day, you've been watching the St. Patrick's Day breakfast. Can you talk, Sue, about why the breakfast is so important?
So the St. Patrick's Day breakfast is an amazing event. First of all, it's a fundraiser, which we forget about every year. And over the years, it's been big, it's been small, and all the great elected officials and politicians from the area come in. And it's a breakfast, but it's not really a breakfast. It's a roast. And unfortunately, I didn't get to see it in person this morning, but I'm certainly going to be watching clips of it. Everyone gets to tease each other around some things that they might be sensitive about in real life, but when it's St. Patrick's Day, it's always great. I do hope that Congressman Stephen Lynch sang today.
Oh, yeah.
Because he has an incredible voice, and that's really what I want to hear from him.
One thing that we do know, and maybe we can take it, we might have it, I don't know, is that earlier this morning, Governor Healy, Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll, and former Governor Jane Swift, did you see them this morning in their Dunk Queen outfits at the St. Patrick's Day breakfast?
Lean into it, man. Just lean into it.
Which also makes history, too, because Jane Swift, the first woman who became governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, along with the first woman who was elected governor, Maura Healey, as well.
Always lots of firsts here. And, of course, when we're talking politics, we're talking about some of the great Irish-American politicians in the United States, many of whom came out of Boston. We've got, of course, the Kennedy family, President John F. Kennedy, and Attorney General Robert Kennedy.
Okay, with that, I'm going to shout out our producer, Maria, who's here right now, and she's working the floor director for us. Oh, don't toss.
Do toss.
Do toss to Carla. Don't toss to Carla. We told you, everyone.
We're just going to keep going.
Watch What Happens Live, St. Patrick's Day edition. We're going to chalk this show up to the luck of the Irish, fingers crossed. Okay, Sue.
So coming up in the parade today, we are going to see some great Irish Americans and some politicians and people. Like I said, you're always Irish on St. Patrick's Day here in Boston and around the world. Our numbers go up and down. How many Irish are here at one? More Irish are here than in Ireland right now, I guarantee it.
That's so wild. Well, it's also interesting, too. I think the last few years that I've hosted this parade, I always bump into people from Ireland who come to Boston to see this parade.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's not like this in Dublin. It's very different. This is the Americanized version of it, and born and bred here in Boston. So we're thrilled to be celebrating it that way.
You're going to see a lot of folks, a lot of Irish groups in the parade this year, which we're excited to carry for you here live on Peacock and also on NECN. Also, one more piece of history that's important to note as well is that today, of course it is St. Patrick's Day. It also is Evacuation Day, which goes back to the American Revolutionary War.
Yes, that's right. This is the day that the American patriots were able to drive the British out of Boston and evacuate them out of Boston, so we celebrate that. There's a great story about the number of cannons that had to be dragged by people all across the state. It's an amazing story. But what's also very important about this is that if you are a public government employee in Suffolk County, you get the day off. So it's it's one of those holidays in Massachusetts that people don't really
You
understand.
would probably know this better as well, some Evacuation Day history, but I believe that there's a long-standing Boston rumor about George Washington using the code name St. Patrick.
Oh, I did not know
during
that.
the American Revolutionary War. I have to double check that.
That.
All right, producer Maria says we're going to check in with Carla Rojo. All right, everyone, let's check in with our Carla Rojo, who I believe caught up with Mayor Wu earlier this morning. Let's take a listen.
Newsrooms.
So while we get ready to get started, I think I might as well introduce our Chief Marshal. This is the individual who will cut the ribbon and officially begin the parade. He's on stage here with us now. Raise your hand, Jerry. There he is. So this is Jerry Wheeler. Now, okay, so he's from South Boston. Commander Wheeler has served our nation and the United States Navy with honor and distinction for more than 22 years. On active duty. He then did an additional 22 years as the senior instructor for the Navy Junior ROTC program at Warwick High School in Newport News, Virginia. While on active duty, Commander Wheeler served in many roles and earned many accomplishments, including more than 150 aircraft carrier arrested landings, more than 200 combat missions in Vietnam, more than 400 military decorations, including the Meritorious Service Medal, 16 Air Medals in Vietnam, the Combat Action Medal, 5 Navy Commendation Awards, and 3 Vietnam Presidential Unit Citation Awards. So needless to say, we are honored to have Chief Marshal Jerry Wheeler here with us today. And in just a short time, again, he will snip the ribbon and he will go along the parade course today with former Mayor of Boston, Ray Flynn. So, along with his friends and family. So when you see him, give him a big wave and thank him for all that he has done for this country, Jerry Wheeler. It's a great day to be in Boston, isn't it, everybody?
Yeah, baby!
This is the South Boston St. Patrick's Day and Evacuation Day Parade. It's supported by a whole host of sponsors and a wonderful array of political leadership who helped make this happen. Of course, every agency in the city has been hard at work collaborating on this 4 weeks, and we are so thrilled to all be here today. At this time, I would like to introduce the mayor of this great city, the person who holds it all together. Let's put your hands together for Michelle Wu.
Welcome to South Boston and the great city of Boston. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. We are so thrilled to welcome all of our neighbors and residents, friends and guests and visitors from all around the world to see what Boston is about today. We celebrate our history and our heritage, the role that the Irish American immigrant community had played in building the city, and how their story is still representative of all of our stories. Service and sacrifice and determination to make sure we're building a better future for everyone. So my job also up here is to just quickly recognize all the electeds on stage, and I think I'm going to try to get over it, starting with our South Boston delegation, Congressman Stephen Lynch, Senator Nick Collins, Representative David Beadle, City Councilor Ed Flynn. We also have several city councilors up here, City Councilor Aaron Murphy, City Councilor Julia Mejia, City Council President Ruth Lujan, City Councilor John Sharon Durkin. We have Clerk of Courts John Powers, District Attorney Kevin Hayden. You're going to hear shortly from our amazing Governor Maura Healey, here with Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll, and we have Auditor Diana DeZaglio here as well. And thank you to our Consul General of Ireland. Thank you so much for your leadership, for being with us, and all of our special visitors from Ireland. We also have our Veterans Commissioner, Police Commissioner, Fire Commissioner, Chief of EMS up here. Thank you so much for your service. We are in your hands, Chief Marshal, Commander Wheeler, and thank you, Commander Greeley, for having us. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy Evacuation Day, Boston.
Mayor Wu, thank you, Mayor. I'd now like to introduce the Governor of the Commonwealth, Governor Healey. Come on up.
Thanks, Chief Lee. Hi, everybody. I'm a Healy. She's a Driscoll. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Boston. Happy Evacuation Day, Boston. And to all of our veterans and our military families and service members, represented today by Commander Wheeler, this is about you all today and the sacrifices you made for all of us to enjoy the freedoms that we as Americans enjoy today. So we thank all of you, all the men and women who serve. We're thrilled to be here. We're thrilled to be in Boston, Massachusetts. This is where it all began, baby. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Go out, be safe, enjoy. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you, Governor and Lieutenant Governor. Boston, are we ready for a parade? Before we do that, let's have our national anthem. I'd like to invite Jimmy McWilliams up to the stage to sing our national anthem. Jimmy?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so bravely we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the billows fire. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's wake, and the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you, Jimmy. All right, it is now time to cut the ribbon. I'll ask our political leadership to spread this ribbon down the line here. Jerry Wheeler will be the one to do the honors. We will count down from 10 when he's ready. All right, now let's get everyone in the photo. We're going to count down from 10 and you're going to stick it, all right? Boston, let's count it down. 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Boston! Let's have a great parade! Woo! 145 groups lined up with 3,476 individuals, all ready to
go out on a 3.8-mile route.
I don't know if they can talk to me.
Boston, are you ready? We'll start to send them out and greet them, give them the Boston welcome as they make their way along this historic parade route. What a day to be in Boston. Enjoy every minute.
Oh my gosh, yes, I can hear you. Thank God. We have to get the governor, but I know that they're...
Again, we've got 18 tractor trailers. We've got costumes of all sorts.
Back, Colton.
How are you doing over here?
Doing great.
Welcome to your first St. Patrick's Day, or not your first St. Patrick's Day. Welcome to anchoring your first St. Patrick's Day.
The luck of the Irish is with us today, as always. We've got the NBC helicopter up there. We've already seen go by the fire trucks, the ambulance, the police. Everyone, a broad, wonderful welcome to everybody who's here today watching us.
It is very true, and all of you online who are watching on Peacock and streaming us as well.
And look at this weather. I mean, we started out this morning, for those of you watching across the country, not a great day, but it was warm, and right now, of course, the sun always shines on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, by the way, I have to give a shout out to our producer, Megan. Remember earlier I was talking about evacuation day?
We actually had that information, which had we prepared,
I know,
we would have sounded a lot smarter.
And confirmed that while evacuations occurred on St. Patrick's Day, the feast then, it was a coincidence. The Catholic saints played a role that day. Washington did use St. Patrick's as a code word.
And also, just for those of you who wonder, it's never St. Paddy's Day.
Never.
It's St. Paddy's Day because the Irish pronunciation of Patrick, which when the parade gets started, it's going to be very exciting to watch Colton and I do our best with the Gaelic pronunciations, even though I am Irish-American, 99.9%.
Mrs. O'Connell.
Yeah, not very much. The Quins and the O'Connells representing today.
All right, guys, as we are live here on Broadway, there's no telling the estimation for the crowd here with the sunshine out. But the person who is the man of the people, the man about town, our little leprechaun himself, Mr. Derek Zagami, is live for us on the other side of the city. DZ, how's it going over there?
Hey guys, so I'm so excited to be out here. First, I had to show Boston the back of my little sequence thing situation, mail the clothing. Thank you so much. All right, are we celebrating? The crowd is unbelievable here. I'm having the best time, like always. I mean, look at this outfit. You got to tell us this outfit details.
We love it. Yes, we've just come over from Ireland yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, all set up for our suits. It's lovely. Yeah, we love it.
Okay, fabulous. Give me a little twirl. Look at those shoes. Will, get a close-up of those. Wow, little leprechaun over here. Okay, guys, so many people come out. The energy is palatable, which I love. And listen, you guys got to cheer for me, too. And this, did you dye your hair? You didn't dye it today?
It is a wig.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell me, you're celebrating a special day today. What's today for you?
It is my birthday.
Wow. And why are you out here today? What's your favorite part about the parade?
Waiting. No.
You love to party, have a good time?
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
I love that. And listen, we're going to continue coverage all day here with everyone. They have flags and everything. The parade has just started. It's unbelievable. I'm having so much fun. I'm going to send it back to Colton and Sue. I mean, guys, this is it. This is it. We're live here.
All right, guys, you are watching our Southeast St. Patrick's Day parade coverage live here on Peacock and NECN. How we doing over there, y'all?
Everybody okay? Yep.
Having fun? There we go.
Yeah, okay.
The parade is officially kicked off further down Broadway right now. Sue and I are stationed about midway through the parade, right, I would say.
Yep, I think so. And you know, it's never hard to find people to talk to with Derek, especially on a day like today. I'm often out asking people, do you want to talk to me? And they say no. And here all morning, they're like, I want to be on the news for the right reasons.
Yeah.
We want to be on for the right reasons.
For the right reasons. Listen, we're going to check back in coming up in just a second as our parade coverage continues live on Peacock and NECN. We'll be right back after this.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
Are you ready? It's Ford Truck Month, and we're celebrating 47 years as the best-selling trucks in America with special once-a-year offers on Ford F-Series, including the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the North American Truck of the Year. It's time to celebrate America. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 1.9% APR for 72 months on a 2023 Ford F-150 only at your New England Ford dealers.
If you have ever dreamed of having granite or quartz countertops in your kitchen, but thought it was too expensive, Bob's Granite Place can make your dream a reality. Granite countertops start at only $29.99 a square foot, and quartz countertops start at only $33.99 a square foot, with hundreds of colors to choose from. From fabrication to installation, there's no middleman, so you save hundreds. Check out our website for styles and current specials. Bob's Granite Place, your place for beautiful stone countertops.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
I celebrate Black joy and Black excellence by making sure that I celebrate others who are, one, being excellent, because I think it is very important when you talk about celebration. That should entail at least you making sure you're supporting people, whether it's emotionally, monetarily, whatever the case may be. I love to support people that are doing their thing, especially if they're Black and they felt like they didn't belong at the beginning and now they're proving other people wrong.
Everybody, and welcome back here. We are live on NECN and Peacock, and you are watching the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade here live in Boston. How you doing?
I'm doing great. This is like the perfect day for this. We're having so much fun getting to know all of our friends behind us.
I know.
We want to make sure their grandmothers are watching, and they are perfectly behaved, and we don't need to worry.
Yes.
Perfectly behaved.
All of them are perfectly behaved.
Perfectly behaved.
All of the families who are out. Are you guys having fun? Okay, so welcome back to the parade here. Bostonians, of course, the first to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in the U.S. Goes back to 1737,
I believe.
Yes,
you
and
know,
the tradition continues.
And it does. And again, it's all about welcoming, and I don't want to get political, but it's all about welcoming the migrants and the immigrants who came to this country, especially Irish who left Ireland during the potato famine. There are a number of statues and memorials around the city just commemorating the contributions that Irish Americans have made to this country.
I believe our producer Maria here was just saying you might be, again, we're having a lot of technical difficulties out here live doing this show. If you're watching, thanks for being with us here. But because of the beautiful weather that we're having today, the crowds have swelled to a level that this area probably hasn't seen since before the pandemic.
Yes, indeed.
It is beautiful out here. However, I believe you might be looking at some aerial shots of the parade and also of Mayor Wu, who kicked off the parade probably about 30 or so minutes ago.
Yes, the number of elected officials that we're going to see in the parade are large, so that's going to be exciting. Right now we have, I believe, the Boston Police Department kicking off this part of the parade.
Can you explain, Sue, also being a political insider for us, and you have been for years, and a Bostonian your entire life, the importance politically to be in the parade for the politicians here?
You know, I will, but I think that Carla is ready to talk to a politician right now. I'm going to talk to, we're going to toss to an interview with Michelle Wu, and she's going to explain some of the significance.
All right.
Mayor, I mean, happy St. Patrick's Day. How are you feeling today?
It's beautiful blue skies. We see crowds all the way down, and this is just a celebration of culture and heritage, and ready to welcome everyone to our city.
I was going to say that we know that this started kind of as a welcoming to those Irish immigrants here in the city of Boston. You yourself, your family, are a family of immigrants. I mean, what does the celebration mean to that and all of the people here in the city of Boston?
Look, Boston has been a safe harbor for 400 years. We've welcomed wave after wave, generation after generation of immigrants who have built our city all the way up to today, when we still strive to be that place where everyone has a voice and everyone's part of our community. So it's really the sacrifice and the determination that makes our city so strong, and I'm really excited to see so many people decked out in green today.
And Mayor, for you, I mean, last year it was like 20 degrees outside. This is like a 180 change.
There's a little wind, but I'll take that over the cold anytime.
Is there something that you really look forward to coming here to this parade? What is your favorite?
In some ways, this is a little bit of the moment where we know spring is here. We see everyone outdoors together, celebrating responsibly and safely, but people of every generation coming together, and there's so much history here as well. In Boston, it's not just St. Patrick's Day, it's Evacuation Day, which was a major battle marking the progress that we were making to becoming a country, and the central role that the city of Boston played in that.
All right, we're back here. Michelle Wu, of course, summing it up as she could. You were asking about elected officials in the parade. You know, the number of Irish Americans who have had leadership positions, Mayor Honey Fitz back in the day, who happened to be John F. Kennedy's grandfather, and then John F. Kennedy, the Flynn family, Mayor Ray Flynn, former Mayor Ray Flynn, I believe is going to be in the parade. I mean, it was so many Irish Americans were in politics that when Mayor Menino was elected, he was the first non-Irish guy in there for a while. So very exciting.
And if you've been tuned in here to NECN, especially, but if you were watching on Peacock as well, you know that the St. Patrick's Day breakfast, where all the politicians come together in the morning, it's less of a breakfast and more of a roast.
Definitely
for everyone who's involved.
And some of them are groaners, which are really exciting. They keep coming back too, which I think is always fun too. Like, they don't stop coming, they just keep coming. So in a few minutes, actually we are seeing right now the emergency folks and their honor guard going by, the police honor guard going by. In just a few minutes, I believe we're going to see that was the EMS honor guard going by.
We should see here in just a few seconds the Boston Police Department, the Gaelic column of pipes and drums as well. They should be making their way here to us any second.
And another organization that does a lot of good work in the field, commemorating police officers who have fallen, as well as being there for celebration.
Sue, you are a lifelong Bostonian.
Yes, except for 90 days.
You've been to this parade. You grew up going to this parade. I've hosted this parade for the last couple years on TV with our friends here at NBC. I haven't seen it this packed in years.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Producer Maria says over there, stay with us. Our live coverage continues coming up next.
Weather on NECN is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers.
In our world, it's go, go, go. And the 2023 all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E SUV helps keep us on track with space both in the back and in the front, or with the convenience of available hands-free highway driving with Ford Blue Cruise. The Mustang Mach-E is the kind of EV we want and the kind of SUV we need. Get a 2023 Mustang Mach-E for 0% for 72 months, plus up to $3,000 cash or lease for $399 a month. Only at your New England Ford dealers.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. Hit the great outdoors and see for yourself our breathtaking coastlines, ancient castles, and world-class golf courses. Listen to live music and feast on mouth-watering local dishes. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
This This winter, make Smuggler's Notch Resort Vermont your home away from home. Smugs is home to 3 big mountains, 78 trails, terrain for all abilities, and 300 inches of average snowfall with top-to-bottom snowmaking. Smugs, your home away from home with daily access to heated pools, hot tubs, tubing, Nordic trails, and endless indoor play at the Fun Zone 2.0. Plus, enjoy a variety of dining and shopping options in the village with weekly activities for the entire family. Visit smugs.com and book your home away from home winter vacation today.
I was driving on the highway. As I came to a stop, a car rear-ended me. Dealing with Morgan & Morgan was very simple for me. The process just seemed so easy because I didn't have to go anywhere. Everything was electronic. I used DocuSign. I was surprised how easy it was.
And welcome back to the Southeast St. Patrick's Day celebration. How we doing, y'all? How we doing? I believe right now what you are looking at is a live shot of Broadway here as the parade has officially kicked off and is making its way down Broadway. I see some folks from the Marine Corps here.
Oh, my goodness.
Looks like they're taking some shots.
They are indeed. I'm sure they're non-alcoholic.
Celebrating in some libations this afternoon.
Mayor Wu just passed by, as well as Governor Healy and Lieutenant Governor Driscoll, and a number of elected officials went by. We're now watching the Marine Corps go by. So definitely kicking off the parade in great style.
Yeah, and I cannot emphasize this enough. We've been talking about this all day here. Really and truly, our meteorologists, the weather team at NBC Boston, we were sort of preparing for some rain today.
Yep.
And in the last few days, I remember Pete Bouchard grabbed me and he was like, hey, I think you and Sue might be in good company out there, because the sunshine has opened up, and there's no telling by the time that this is all said and done how many people have flooded Broadway here as you're watching live on Peacock and on NECN.
Just passing us by was Congressman Stephen Lynch, of course, from Southie born, Southie raised, and a great singer. I hope he sang at the breakfast this morning.
That they might be grabbing Stephen Lynch. No. Can't tell what they're doing.
I know. But anyway, Stephen Lynch, proud supporter of this parade for many years and often worked to make it as inclusive as it could. So he's a great hero here in South Boston as well.
All right. Coming up behind us right now.
Carla. Actually, Carla's going to give us some flavor from what's happening on the streets. Carla, what's happening down there?
Hi, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm over here right at the beginning of the parade over on Broadway. We just had the U.S. Army horse, and look at the dog as well. That's Hercules. If you are an animal lover like me, I'm just enjoying this so much. We have all of these people as well ready to rock and roll. How is everyone doing? Guys, I'm just enjoying this so much because we're talking about over 140 groups are participating in this parade. Today, we're just about to see the South Boston U.S. Army ROTC. We've seen plenty of military groups, so I just want to give a shout out to them and their families. Thank you so much for your service, and to my brother who is an Army veteran as well. I'm sending him a huge hug. And once again, here we have the Massachusetts Maritime Academy Band and Honor Guard. Let's take a quick listen.
And but it did keep the beer cold last year. Here, I don't know, you might need some ice, you know.
Talk to me a little bit of maybe those traditions for this St. Patrick's Day parade that maybe you do year after year.
Yeah, well, you know, there are so many house parties that are annual events here, and we've got some, you know, a lot of young people coming in here, so it's a nice mix. It's a good vibe, you know. We just want to make sure it's safe for everyone. A lot of families with very, very young kids, so there's a lot to offer in the parade. We've got some great bands. We honor our veterans. We got, obviously, it's rich in Irish culture, so and we're very happy that the governor, the lieutenant governor, the mayor, everybody's here. U.S. Senator Warren's here. So we're looking forward to it. We're going to have a great day.
And lastly, Rep, what is your favorite thing about the parade? Is there something that you kind of say, hey, I look forward to seeing this every year?
Yeah, well, you know what? We honor our Gold Star mothers and Gold Star families who have sacrificed everything for us. And so we have a group of them, and we we bring bouquets of flowers, and we give them a seat of honor, a reviewing stand. So it's always good to see them and to, you know, just let them know that we still feel for them, and we are grateful for their family's service and sacrifice. No, thank you.
So good seeing you.
All right, we're back right now. We are watching the great dancing of the Woods Hole step dancers.
That was awesome.
Isn't
Way to
that
go,
great?
guys. I love that. Come on, make some noise. There you go. We're live here on NECN and Peacock right now. A lot of folks tuning in from all across the country.
Yeah, somewhere in there, I think, is City Councilor Ed Flynn.
He's coming up right behind
is
us,
he dancing?
actually.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought he was going to be dancing in the middle there, but he isn't, of course.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, there he comes.
All right, thanks for tuning in here live as our St. Patrick's Day coverage continues. We are live on the air. I mean, I wish that you could see from where Sue and I are seated here on Broadway. If you could see the top of some of the buildings here along the road, I mean, there are crowds of people. It's probably at least 20 or 30 people back on either side of Broadway.
Right.
So much so that they're also on top of the buildings here taking in the parade.
And out the windows, of course, with their flags, their modified Irish flags, as well as their regular Irish flags. And it's another great day, of course. South Boston Little League sports, of course, a very important part of the South Boston culture here. And definitely keeping the kids involved and having a great time. And this is really one of the most perfect days. The kids having a great time.
They are, especially the kids who are here behind us. Sue.
Yes.
The kids who are here behind us are also having a great time. It smells like it, at
Yes,
least.
it is. So if Colton and I begin to giggle more during the 2 hours that we're on, it's
Now
not
you
our
know.
fault.
Yes.
It's not our fault.
Yeah.
We're doing the best that we can, and definitely.
So, of course, it is St. Patrick's Day here in Boston, across the country, across the world, but it is also, in particular, in Boston, it's also a day known as Evacuation Day, which is a big part of American history because it is the day that American troops drove out British forces from an occupied Boston.
Yes.
I believe Britain had taken over Boston for about 11 months.
Yes,
here.
indeed. And what's also kind of fun about our history is that we have a lot of remnants, leftovers of our colonial days that we kept, like the Governor's Council, which was set in place in order to keep an eye.
Mass State Police behind Sue and I right now.
Yep, with the great horses. Shame we can't have more of them out. That was always a great time when they're out, making sure that they're marching and keeping everyone safe. But the Governor's Council, which we talked about in the news recently, set in place to keep an eye on the British governor of Massachusetts, but now here to keep an eye on the duly elected governor, whomever that may be at the time. So it's all very exciting.
All right.
That's also the, just went by, the State Park Mounted unit went with us as well. So they've got some great shavings. I don't know if you saw that. They've got hearts and shamrocks on their hinds as well there.
So a little history from Sue and I, as you continue to watch the parade. Boston, of course, the first city in America to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. That date, of course, March 17th. 1737. Hundreds of years we have been doing it. Actually, Boston's earliest St. Patrick's Day parade, it ran through downtown, and it was put on by the Ancient Order of Hibernians. And then in 1901, the parade, it moved to Southie, South Boston, for those who are watching who aren't here in town. It's a neighborhood that was not only home to a very robust Irish community, but it was the site of Dorchester Heights, which made, of course, the evacuation of British troops possible, and that was in 1776.
I want to take a moment also to recognize former Mayor Ray Flynn and his wife just went by. Mayor Flynn was mayor of Boston from 1984 to 1993 and then ambassador to Vatican. Still a lifelong Southie resident. Before that, we saw the Chief Marshal go by in one of his wonderful old cars. So a great day to see some of South Boston's best and brightest out, celebrating the young ones and the seniors and trailblazers as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And if you are watching here, remember you can tweet along with us at NECN as well. And you never know, maybe we'll try to read your tweets on the air. Because here's the thing, because the weather is so beautiful.
And there's so many people out.
The cell service here, the cell signal.
Good. There we go.
Not so good. Coming on right behind us right now, the Old Town Trolley Tours, of course, a popular sightseeing all over around Boston. Oh boy.
Yeah. There we go. That's the family of the Chief Marshal, Jerry Wheeler's family. So they're up there celebrating. We're getting
US.
the boo.
I know, yeah. They're screaming fake news.
Oh, fake news.
Yeah.
See, we're loved everywhere we go.
Exactly. Fun time to be in the news media.
It's
everyone.
a great time
Yeah.
celebrating St. Patrick's Day, and the family
Yeah.
gives us the thumbs down. Here comes the Navy Band Northeast. They were established in 1974. They were based on board the Naval Station Newport. They're one of 11 official U.S. Navy bands worldwide. They celebrate and support military families.
And with that, I think we should take a quick listen in if we can. Institution, also known, of course, as the Old Ironsides. Actually, this is the active duty crew from the Constitution. It's home ported here in Boston, of course, in Charlestown at the Navy Yard there. Of course, the Constitution, the oldest commissioned warship afloat in the world.
Also important, you know, if you haven't been aboard of it, definitely something you should definitely do.
And the ship is open for tours Tuesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Colton and I just checking a couple of gaps in the parade. Want to make sure sometimes they get a little bit out of order, so we want to make sure we're bringing you what we're seeing. A lot of military based here, obviously, in the area. And this, of course, are the Gold Star families, the Massachusetts of the fallen, folks who have served for us and given their ultimate sacrifice. And the families, the Gold Star families, of course, treated with the utmost respect for the great sacrifice that they have given our nation so that we can stay true and free. So, Massachusetts families of the fallen.
All right, we are live here on NECN and on Peacock as the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade continues. The first city to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in America, and the celebration continues. Started in 1737, and here we are in 2024, still going.
We're about to see the 215th Army Band, the Army Band of Massachusetts, Army National Guard, one of the nation's finest military bands. For more than 60 years, they performed throughout New England, bringing the Army's fine musical traditions to thousands of listens. They performed all over the world, including Jamaica, the Netherlands, and now in South Boston. So we're going to take a look and listen at them as they pass by.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to break when you're ready to go back there in the station.
Listening to the sounds of the 215th Army Band there as the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade continues with Sue O'Connell and Colton Bradford here. We're going to take a quick break. We will be right back live here on NECN and Peacock in 60 seconds. Stay with us.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
Over 13 million Americans were affected by identity theft in 2022. And the threats go way beyond just credit card fraud. Today's identity thieves can open loans, transfer home titles, and even commit crimes in your name.
Someone got my social security number, made a driver's license, and was used for criminal activity.
Your information is exposed through online shopping, banking, even corporate data breaches. No wonder there's a new victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. Only LifeLock alerts you to the widest volume of threats all in one place.
I clicked, "That's not me," and LifeLock took it from there.
If you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix the issue. All LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds.
I will be with LifeLock forever.
Enrollment takes just minutes. Call now or go online and use promo code GET25 to save 25% on your first year. Enroll now.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
I grew up in this town. We're a small community. If this is truly going on, we shouldn't stand for it.
No citation, no blemish for his driving record. I mean, that's such a double standard.
Being a firefighter is dangerous, but you shouldn't have to face dangers where you live.
Does the public have a right to know?
Of course they do. They pay for that car.
There I was in the middle of the street, almost killed, in the service of the town, and this is the thanks I get.
I hope you guys can just show what has happened down there. It's not right.
Welcome back live here on Peacock and NECN from Boston as the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade continues. Behind us right now, the Massachusetts Maritime Academy's Regimental Band, Honor Guard, and Drill Team. Let's listen in. We are live here on NECN and Peacock. Colton Bradford.
Up to Boston. There we go.
Sue O'Connell here as we carry the parade live for you. And again, we keep mentioning this because this is such a vast contrast to last year's parade when it was freezing cold and windy. And today, the sunshine is out. We've got the luck of the Irish with us.
We are surrounded by every roof and window with the sight of the green.
I mean,
and folks just having a great time.
There's no telling how many people have made their way out to Broadway this year to watch the parade make its way through.
Looks like we have a little gap in the parade at the moment, so we'll just talk about some of the fun St. Patrick's Day that we have had. I was once thrown out of a bar on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if you know how hard it is to do that.
A Boston bar?
Yes, indeed. It was not
Which
easy.
one? Which bar?
I don't want to name any names, but it was I can't remember because it was the 80s. But, you know, I mean, it's a great celebration that doesn't just happen on the day, so that's the exciting thing about it.
Well, and so part of the importance, you touched on something just then that reminded me of this. Today is March 17th. And part of the reason that the festivities today, it feels a little more amplified than in previous years is because the parade usually falls on the Sunday that is closest to the 17th. And this one actually fell on St. Patrick's Day.
So here we are.
So here we are.
You know, and we always kind of celebrate the sort of absurd and big part of being Irish and Irish American today. But, you know, I was struck too by the bagpipes, the Boston Police bagpipes. You know, the poetry and the writing and the culture that Irish Americans have brought to the nation is always really something that we should take a moment to pay attention to. Because as much fun as it is to come out and be dressed in green and be dressed in your beads, there really is just this amazing rich culture, which every immigrant and migrant community contributes to our nation, but on this day we get to celebrate.
Well, and that's part of the reason that Irish people here are so proud of their culture, right? Because the city of Boston was truly sort of built on the backs of Irish Americans when they settled here. And they took a lot of jobs, carpentry jobs, a lot of jobs around town that people didn't necessarily want to do because it was cheaper labor. And they settled in neighborhoods like here in South Boston and Southie, and also in neighboring Dorchester as well.
Yep, and the North End for a while as well was an Irish community, and there were a number of jobs that Irish were not able to get. You know, so there are lessons I think that we always can learn from the immigrant and migrant story in America, regardless of which group we're looking at, because we all go through the same things, and hopefully we all can end up in the same spot.
Yeah. But again, we are live here on Peacock and NECN as the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade continues. Boston, of course, the first city to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in North America. That date, March 17th, 1737.
You know, even the corned beef that we celebrate on St. Patrick's Day, not necessarily Irish. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, corned beef was actually one of the few less expensive beefs that Irish immigrants could get, mostly in New York, and mostly it was from their Jewish friends who had the corned beef. So corned beef and cabbage became an American staple for Irish food based on the sharing of cultures between Jewish immigrants, German immigrants, and Irish immigrants.
You're such a treasure trove of knowledge, Sue O'Connell.
I know. Finally, I'm getting paid for it, so it's really exciting. My family's watching from far away right now going, oh, there she goes again. So many of the meals that we eat, you know, here to celebrate, just the melting pot of America, right?
In just a bit, I believe we should see here in just a second the South Boston Citizens Association. They're the oldest civic association, I believe, in the entire country.
Yes, I know. And civic associations are what make the world tick, as everyone is learning who may not have been paying attention.
For everyone under the age of 30, a civic association is the original Facebook group.
And if you want to really be involved in what happens in your community, get involved in the Civic Association. This is a good flow coming this way.
I see them also celebrating Irish radio, which in Boston is WROL.
Yep. Oh, no, thank you.
The Rock Island Cowboys teaming up with WROL there.
I imagine they sound great when they play. They're not playing right now, so we'll have that.
And here next behind them is Cops for Kids with Cancer.
WROL has been here since 1967, so it's a great station to tune into to keep your Irish culture alive, of course. Cops with Kids with Cancer, working hard to make sure they are fighting cancer and supporting it. Hey, thanks. Appreciate getting some free candy.
This kid's having a blast.
Yep.
All right, behind them there is the Southie Seniors.
Oh, yes, Southie Seniors.
Happy to be joining the parade again this year. These are marchers.
Yep.
They all live in one of the 8 senior independent living housing properties here in Southie.
Yep, they have been living here for a very long time. They say they're not going anywhere, so good on them.
That's right. All the young people who've been trying to drive people out of South Boston the last few years. Think again.
And they're followed by the Brotherhood of the Fallen Boston, Brotherhood of Boston chapters. They supply and support families of police officers who were killed in the line of duty from across the country.
And next up, this is pretty cool here. I hope that our photog can get a good video of this. This is the Irish Wolfhound Association of New England.
Look at that. A working dog, of course. The wolfhounds were used to protect sheep, and the Irish Wolfhound is not just a protector of sheep, but the king of breeds and the breeds of kings. Look at how beautiful those dogs are. Had a number of animals in the parade so far. A couple of dogs, a couple of horses. So they're definitely a gorgeous, gorgeous animal and having a great time today. All decked out in their Irish colors, of course.
By the way, founded in 1934. All right, we're live here as the Southie St. Patrick's Day Parade continues. Sue O'Connell, Colton Bradford, we're live here on Broadway. Let's check in with our Carla Rojo, who's live just further up the street. Carla, what's the latest there?
Hey guys, guess what? The Dorchester Eagles, the Super Bowl champions, are passing right by here. We're at the beginning of this amazing parade. Over 140 groups just passing by. We're having some of the bigger trucks full with people, their energy. They're just shouting, Happy St. Patrick's Day. People are really, really having a good time. And let me tell you, last year we were here, and Colton knows this. It was around 20 degrees. What a beautiful day. It's just amazing. It's a little windy, but not too bad. People are definitely enjoying just seeing everyone. We just also saw a marching band bunch of little middle schoolers, and they were so adorable. You could tell that they were just infected with all of this energy. So right now, I want to show you, we actually have Mike Caputo with Sean Salato and Mel Clothing. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Ooh, they're listening to a little Tennessee whiskey. Okay. I'm sure that's what a lot of people are drinking today, is a little Tennessee whiskey. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So we're gonna send it back to Sue and Colton. We're having a great time here, and I know you guys are too. I don't know. My crowd might give you guys a run for your money.
All right, we're live here. We're back checking in. You're good.
I'm good.
Welcome back to the program.
We're checking my voicemails.
Well, here's the thing: is that we don't have any signal here, everyone, because the weather has opened up. It's so beautiful out today.
There's so many people out here.
It's created some technical difficulties, but we're still bringing this parade to you as best as we can. We appreciate you watching and hanging out with us here. As behind us, more folks, more bands make their way in. I'll tell you what. I see we have a photog over there. Let's listen in. Visiting from Tampa, Florida, that is the Berkeley Preparatory School Pipe and Drum Corps.
Berkeley Preparatory School is a premier private pre-K to 12 institution with over 1,400 students, and their pipe band represents school both on campus and off.
Coming up behind Sue and I right now is the 9/11 Memorial Fire Truck. That is brought to us by North Star Group Services.
Memorializing and remembering the firefighters lost during 9/11 and after 9/11. Coming up, we got Polly's Push.
It's a great story behind Polly's Push.
This is indeed a great story.
So you'll see Polly here in just a second, but if we can get him on camera, this is such a good visual because this guy is pretty remarkable. He's going to be pushing his beverage carts this August from Boston all the way to Ground Zero in New York City. That's a total of 220 miles to honor and recognize the flight crews on that day on 9/11.
Yep. He's done United Flight 175, Boston to Ground Zero, American Flight 77, and Washington Dulles to the Pentagon. This year will be in memory of American Flight 11, and of course they were the first responders at 9/11. The push cart, of course, the symbol from around the world of flight attendants everywhere. So.
There he is right there.
He's pushing it.
Let's make some, hey, you guys, make some noise for him.
There we go.
Make some noise. Let's go, Polly.
There you go, Polly.
Let's go, Polly. Here,
here we go.
So you want to talk to him?
Thank you very much.
How you doing, my man? What's it like to be out here today? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Hey, we appreciate you getting out here every year, all right?
We'll be right back.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
You're looking to remodel your kitchen or bath, maybe both? Then call Bill Shays. Bill Shays has the experience to install the most important parts in your kitchen and bath, the countertops and everything around them. From cabinets and crown molding, plumbing and electric, to tiles, tubs, and, yep, tops. So get your entire kitchen and bath renovation started and finished with one simple call to Bill Shays. Because when you say Shays, you make your kitchen and bath renovation tops.
So some people say when it comes to my Ford SUV, I'm a bit of a control freak. What's wrong with that? Who doesn't want better command of the road? Who can't handle saving a little more on gas? Why wouldn't I want to just turn a knob when the weather changes, like it's ever the same? Ford SUVs put me where I want to be, in control. Who doesn't want that? Now get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash on Ford Bronco Sport and Escape, only at your New England Ford dealers.
There's no better place to go green and save it than State Street Discount. Upgrade to more efficient appliances at our St. Patty's Day prices. And lower your energy bill too. We carry all the top brands, certified to save.
A stainless Frigidaire dishwasher, $549, save $150. A Samsung 55-inch premium 4K smart TV, $999.99, save $200. And a GE top-load washer-dryer combo, $1,078, save $80. State Street Discount. All you want.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
All right, we are live here as we welcome you back to the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade. Everyone, I'm Colton Bradford along with
Sue O'Connell. We are here.
Getting a live look right now at Broadway. As you can see, I mean, it is packed out this year. A lot of folks, even though it's a little cloudy right now, a lot of folks made their way out because the weather is still warm for Boston on St. Patrick's Day.
In March, you never know what you're going to get, and we got a good one today. And you know who else got a good one was our own Carla Rojo. She spoke with Governor Maura Healey. We're going to take a look at that right now.
Well, I'm a little disappointed because I was kind of excited to see your Done Queens outfit. Let me say, that is, like, we've been talking about it all day.
We had to change.
Right, you had to be appropriate for the color.
Exactly.
I mean, Governor Healey, last year was your first parade. I'm sure you had maybe a little jitters officially, you know, as the governor of the Commonwealth. How are you feeling this year now? You know, the weather's gray. I'm sure a little more relaxed.
Hey, and no jitters. I got to say, look, I'm a proud Irish American. My ancestors are probably laughing up there, but certainly relishing this. And I'm a Healy. She's a Driscoll. Great day for the Commonwealth. Great day for Boston, right? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Also, happy Evacuation Day. People got to understand, you know, this is where it all began in this great country of ours, right here in Massachusetts, right here in Boston. And we celebrate Evacuations Day, you know, and people got to remember that. Also, as we celebrate our veterans and military families, Lieutenant Governor Driscoll comes from a military family, as do I. Something we honor today.
And Lieutenant Driscoll, what is the one thing that you say every year? This is what I'm looking forward to in this parade.
You know, the sun is shining, everybody's wearing green. It's a good time to be in Boston and a good time to be in Southie for this parade.
Absolutely. And Governor, we know that this all started as kind of a welcoming to those immigrant Irish families. What does that mean now for Boston still having this parade?
Look, we've got to remember our roots. We're all Irish. We're a nation of immigrants, okay? And we will be stronger for it if we can find ways to take care of one another.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Welcome to Boston, everybody. Enjoy the parade.
Sue and I are sitting here watching the parade go by. That's an interesting guest in the New York Ranger Stanley Cup champion from 19. Well, I don't know why the Rangers are here. Wrong place to come and play.
We enjoy hockey everywhere. So
it's
you
from
know,
Southie, I guess.
It's these, you know, as every true South Bostonian knows, it was Noonan who scored the winning goal in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Southie's first Stanley Cup championship in 30 years. So if you're from South Boston,
you still get to be in the parade.
In the New York Rangers, and you score a goal, you get a float. That's how it works.
I was curious why everyone was booing behind us, and then I was like, oh, he's got a Rangers.
He's got a Rangers
shtick
hat
going on.
That's very confusing. Good. We've got some leprechauns that are working their way through here.
DJ Mixtress. Oh!
Nothing says St. Patrick's Day like boudoir photography, let me tell you. So we're excited to welcome DJ Mixtress.
Put that on my Christmas list.
Christmas list of things that you want.
Yes, Alex, if you're watching, what is this guy?
Oh, middleweight contender Frank the Tank Hogan is here. Frank is, I think, shirtless. I think that's him. Definitely working it out here.
All right. I got some friends from Loco, Publico. Fat Baby as well. I wasn't calling you that, Sue. That's the name of the restaurant here in South.
Restaurant. We'll be there later on, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm coming straight for the bar as soon as this is over with. As we are live here on NECN and Peacock as well.
Here comes the Thomas Kenny Elementary School Marching Band. I think we're going to hear a little bit from them, so let's take a listen. Here they go on NBC 10, NECN, and Peacock, their St. Patrick's Day Parade live from South Boston. Almost 20 years marching in this parade. Not these kids, obviously. But the school has been sending a marching band to the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
More folks from the Old Town Trolley Tours behind us, and I believe what you are looking at now, Dorchester Elite Eagles. Oh, these guys are great here. Yeah.
The champions.
Yeah, making history over there.
Yes.
We got to give a big shout out to the Dorchester Eagles. Look at them, all smiles in the camera right there.
They got a big call out from Governor Healy in her State of the Commonwealth address.
Dorchester kids, stand up.
As well as more Healy, I believe. There we go. That's what champions look like right there. Super Bowl winners from Dorchester here in Massachusetts.
All right, so if you've been watching since we kicked off the parade, God bless you for watching. Number one.
I'd be watching too, actually, because I'd be waiting to see what would happen.
Yeah, it is quite literally watch what happens live.
Yeah.
Boston St. Patrick's Day style. Here's what we can tell you. Because the weather it's warm today, which is rare for a St. Patrick's Day in New England.
Indeed.
The crowds are huge. And because of that, cell service here and a lot of the satellite service is zero. So we are on the air
alone
without any clue what is happening.
We're in Mars.
We might not even be on television right now. But with the luck of the Irish, our producer Maria is nodding her head and she's saying, I think you're on television. Oh,
she doesn't know. Maria's having one of those days that when you like one of those battlefield promotions. So she is now.
Come in, Maria. Wave at the camera. Come in and wave.
Just come say hi.
Just come in and wave. You're up. Come on.
You're fine.
You're fine.
Maria, just step here. It's fine. You're fine. So this is how she has looked for 2 hours now, just like this, with the phone glued to her ear.
Yes, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Our control room, you guys are doing a great job as well. We're doing everything we can to bring you the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Maria, thank you for your service today.
Thank you for your service. Oh, gosh. It's kind of like the St. Patrick's Day breakfast, only we're the ones get roasted. So there you go.
Oh, I'm afraid to open Twitter right now.
Let's see. Let me think if I can remember any St. Patrick's Day events that I can tell you about. No, I can't. All right, so who's this, Colt? Look at you. You can see better than I.
Let me look and see. Auntie Sue, I think I can help us out. Coming up here, what you were looking at is, I like this little guy in his little cowboy hat here. Oh, it's Louis Bello.
Oh, cool.
Louis Bello on the back, very popular Boston music artist. Plays a lot of bars around town. There he is. Let's see. Right there. Yes, Louis. Come on, Louis. There he is. I got that. Hey, you saw who caught that? Right here. That's right. That should have been on camera. That was impressive. I caught that one-handed.
Great musicians up there.
That was a lot of fun.
Mahoney, Jimmy McWilliams. All brought to us by Mike Caputo.
I want to give a shout-out to whoever threw us a stress ball, Sue. You might need that later.
Yeah, we're going to need it later.
All right, making the way down, Mel the Clothing. Actually, one of Derek Zagami's best friends.
I can tell.
With all the sparkles. With all of the sparkles and the crazy outfits.
We're being accosted.
They can't hear us. Let's go.
There you go, South Boston.
What up, guys? Come on over here. Are you ready? Are you having fun? You guys are having fun? How do you feel?
Nice.
You feel good? Happy Happy St. Patrick's Day.
You too.
What's the parade been like so far?
It's been amazing.
It's been amazing?
This is Melba Clothing.
Melba Clothing, we see. You guys all did you dress Derek Zagami? I think you did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you know what
Enjoy the parade.
Have
Cheers.
fun, you guys.
Sludge. Hey! Boston Man Magazine. More Melba Clothing, folks.
Yes.
Southeast St. Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
This is
hello.
give us a spin. Give us a spin.
Give us a spin.
This is quite a look here.
Victoria's Secret
love
got
that.
nothing on her, I'll tell you.
I'm gonna need that for P-Town one day.
I was going to say Pride. I think we got our Pride outfits together. I'm pretty sure.
All right, guys.
about that.
The Mobsters tour bus with our friends from New England Revolution on board there.
Yep. New England Revolution, of course.
CPF Productions, New England's premier entertainment group. Rocking and rolling here today.
I see a big angry orchard blimp coming our way. Having once had a blimp in a parade, I can tell you how difficult it is to keep it together. So good job on that.
Angry Orchard, by the way, the hard cider. We're welcoming them to the parade this year. The local team there from Angry Orchard and Boston Beer, proving that their cider is not only big on flavor.
I think I see some characters coming our way, and I don't mean the type that we just spoke to. Got some princesses in the world coming. Little Jack Sparrow.
Cinderella. I believe there should be a young lady watching right now from South Florida somewhere. Her name is Emma, who's a big fan of Cinderella.
There you go.
I see Jack Sparrow. I see
Woody. I see Buzz.
Woody is awfully short.
Well, he's a puppet.
It's true.
He's a puppet.
Oh, God, Sue, turn around. I don't know what's happening. Oh, wow. Oh, all right. Getting a little Cirque du Soleil action, maybe? Live on NECN and on Peacock, the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade continues. Starting back in 1737, Boston becoming the first city to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Exactly what I'm sure they envisioned when they had their first together gathering to welcome the Irish migrants and immigrants.
I believe that was...
Set up a society to make sure they were supported as they were here. And this is where they knew they would end up exactly. So there you go.
Warrior Spirit Brewing Company. And you can just see the crowd here. I mean, as we get a good shot.
Yes.
All the way down Broadway, as far as you can see. It is packed, probably 30 to 40 people deep on either side.
And we're just about... We're going to take a break in a second here, Colton. We're going to come back, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see some of the beauty queens, the award winners who have been here.
That sounds like a good time to me as we continue the parade live here on NECN and NBC. Let's go!
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Warrendale Appliance has teamed up with MassSave to give you a $500 rebate plus other great savings on new induction stoves. Ditch that old gas stove today and start cooking safer while saving money. It's all going on now at Warrendale Appliance. Warrendale Appliance, 170 High Street, Waltham.
There's a lot to love about. There's a lot to love about you.
Don't miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. There's so much to love about the 2024 Subaru Outback, like standard symmetrical all-wheel drive to take on any terrain in any weather. Buy with as low as 1.9% financing or lease for just $305 per month.
There's a lot to love about you.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. Hit the great outdoors and see for yourself our breathtaking coastlines, ancient castles, and world-class golf courses. Listen to live music and feast on mouth-watering local dishes. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
Warrendale Appliance has teamed up with MassSave to give you a $500 rebate plus other great savings on new induction stoves. Ditch that old gas stove today and start cooking safer while saving money. It's all going on now at Warrendale Appliance. Warrendale Appliance, 170 High Street, Waltham.
All right, welcome back to the South Boston St. Patrick's Day and Evacuation Day Parade, the Lexington Minutemen. They're dedicated to honoring the brave patriots who made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation's freedom. Back on Lexington column, there it goes. April 19, 1775, you okay?
I am. Gotta prepare folks for that. Good stuff around here. Also,
that was a shot heard around the world. That was a reenactment of it. I'm sure you paid attention in history class.
I did. I was a history buff back in the day. Auntie Sue here. I can also tell you, I believe, Maria, yes or no, are we looking at the NBC Thunder Truck? Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
You might be looking at it. If not, you'll see it in a second. Oh, no, you're looking at the Minutemen. More of the Minutemen
More
here.
of the Minutemen. Thunder Truck is... Did anything happen while we were gone?
I don't know what happened while we were gone. Our friends from Cisco Brewers in the Seaport and down on Nantucket came and gave us a big hug.
Yep, gave us some glasses, so we're just grooving now.
We're gonna need an ice cold one after this is all said and done, Sue O'Connell.
Cannabis is legal, too.
It's very,
very legal.
As a lot of the folks here, not only are they wearing...
Not your grandchildren behind us,
again,
but
your grandchildren are totally so well behaved. They're very well behaved. But yes, not only are they wearing green,
they might be a little green later. The folks from Hanscom, of course, joining us to support being in the parade. It's great when all the businesses are in the parade too.
Oh, they got a full band up there. Good stuff. There is
I gotta change over here. I can't see a thing.
I know. I gotta change too.
You're scaring me too. All right.
Behind Hanscom Federal Credit Union.
Thunder Truck.
There's the Thunder Truck. Hello, guys.
The excitement that people have when they see our Thunder Truck is we cannot describe it.
There you go.
Clean it up.
What?
I love working for a company where our vehicles have names. So that's Zeus, the Thunder Truck.
Did not know that until this very moment.
There you go.
As a colleague of NBC, didn't realize it had a name.
And then being followed by the Timothy
also
Cook Scholarship Foundation.
Yeah, what you're looking at right now, this is the U.S. Coast Guard Security Forces here. Giving us lots of smiles this afternoon. As the Coast Guard makes its way down Broadway here. Let's listen into the band.
United States Security Guard is the Maritime Security Search and Rescue and Law Enforcement Service branch of the United States Armed Services, one of 8 armed services that we have, uniformed services of the country. You definitely want to see the U.S. Coast Guard coming to get you. That's who you want to see show up when you need some help.
Getting a good look at the men and women here as they make their way down with...
They're followed by the 66th Air Base Group at Hanscom Air Force Base, of course, just north of Boston. They are the only active duty Air Force base in the New England region and in New York. And we've got folks, airmen from Team Hanscom, including the 66th Air Base Group marching. They, of course, support, secure, and sustain more than 10,000 active duty, reserve, and National Guard personnel. So they are hosting other folks as well as Hanscom all throughout the region. Thrilled to have them working with us and marching with us today.
10,000 active duty, reserve, and National Guard personnel, Department of Defense civilians, contractors, and 130,000 retired military and spouses living in the 6-state New England and New York area as well.
Coming up also, we'll see the U.S. Air Force 319 Recruiting Squadron. See them coming up a little bit. They are represented by 319 Recruiting Squadron. Their mission to inspire, engage, and recruit the next generation of airmen and guardians, of course. So doing their job out there. Making sure everybody knows that the military today is always a family endeavor. Everybody is always serving when one member of the family is serving. In today's military, making sure that you can see that moms and dads are serving as well. And that's definitely one of their recruiting messages.
And following behind them, I see our photographer Steve has got some Marine Corps as well. But this is also a good time, as you can see straight down Broadway.
Yes.
Just how busy it is today, because the rain is held out. A lot of folks were afraid of the rain this weekend, and the rain is held out. The clouds are sort of sticking around, but when that sunshine peeks through, it feels amazing out here.
It does indeed.
Temperatures in the mid-50s, I would say.
Yep, still surrounded by all the rooftops and windows. Folks out having a great celebratory time celebrating St. Patrick's Day here at the South Boston Day Parade, as well as Evacuation Day.
The Marines are really firing everyone up out here. This is fun to see. Friends from Rockland Trust right behind them, making sure that everyone has a safe and happy St. Patrick's Day as well.
You know, the parade put on by the veterans as well, so, you know, you may be wondering why so much military, because this is, of course, commemorating the Evacuation Day, and also sponsored by the Allied Veterans here in South Boston.
Right now you're getting a look at the beautiful Melissa Sapini. That is our Miss Massachusetts 2024. She was crowned February 10th, won the Miss Massachusetts USA competition. And this summer, she heads to Hollywood to represent the Commonwealth at the televised Miss USA competition, vying for the role eventually of Miss USA, and then eventually for Miss Universe. That is Melissa Sapini.
Miss Massachusetts. Followed by Clowning for Kids. The Clowning for Kids Foundation is an all-volunteer, nonprofit public charity established in 2008 for the sole purpose of providing aid to children in need under the age of 16. So the clowns, of course, are friendly. They range from young at heart to just young, and they love to get folks going through the art of clowning and sharing laughter, and they are thrilled to be here. They're happy clowns. They're not scary clowns. I hope you're okay. I think you're all right.
Live here on NECN and Peacock as the Southeast St. Patrick's Day and Evacuation Day parade continues. If you're just joining us right now, I'm Colton Bradford.
And I am Sue O'Connell, and we are all Irish today. Everyone is Irish today.
Everyone is Irish.
Open and welcoming group of folks. We're having a great time. We've had a crew with us behind us since about 11 o'clock this morning. So
unofficial co-hosts, we would call them. And let us tell you, I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're having a great afternoon.
They sure are. They are indeed. They're having a great time. And of course, this is also one of those wonderful times where a neighborhood gets to host an event, and all the businesses have to just manage having too much or not enough.
Yeah.
But it's great, and folks are thrilled to be back open again. You know, COVID has not been, it's not totally gone, but not far from us. And the St. Patrick's Day Parade was one of the very first events that was canceled when we had the COVID arrive on our shores here. So,
and you and I talked about this when we started the show and we started the parade, because I've been lucky enough to co-host it for NBC for the last 3 years, maybe. And I know in the 3 years that I've never seen the crowd this big.
There, you know, it can get pretty big. We're in one spot on West Roxbury, but I know on the other side, over by Dorchester Ave, I've been over there on a day when it's been in the 70s.
Yeah.
And that has been crazy. But rain or shine, this is a parade that you can always count on folks coming. And another great, you know, part of it is you basically have to take public transportation here. So it's a good way to keep people safe and get folks using our MBTA and keep it going.
It's true. It's also a good time to remind folks, too, as you look at the crowds. I see some more folks over there. Hi, how are you? As you look at the crowd is this. I haven't seen it this large in the decade that I've lived in Boston, in the 3 years that I've sat in this chair. And with that comes the technical challenge of trying to pull this off. So a big shout out to everyone who's working behind the scenes to pull this parade off. And also, we should also shout out to the Boston Police Department, continuing to keep everyone safe here. If you could see, I wish it was almost more interesting also to see how we prepare for the parade.
Right.
What that plan looks like. And folks from Boston Public Works who are on either side of us, keeping us safe.
Keeping the roads closed, getting them closed, telling folks about it, getting the railings up, all the things that have to go into making a parade in a city, in a neighborhood where people live.
Yeah.
Like, and live and have a great time. So we're at a little slow point at the parade right now, just as I'm sure people are getting around the corner up toward the end. We still have a long way to go. So
long way to go. We still have a long way to go, Sue O'Connell. Welcome to the parade, Auntie Sue.
Yep.
If you're watching right now, make sure that you follow along with us. Become our co-hosts. We encourage it.
Yes.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, @NECN. Going to check in with the folks from Irish Whisper in just a bit. They're a Boston-based Irish band. Hopefully you get to hear them, a little bit of them in just a second.
Yeah, the amount of great Irish music that we get to hear in this city as well. The late Brian Donovan, who passed away last year, from our colleague over at GBH Radio, who did so much to bring Irish music, current Irish music, to the Boston area. I know many folks today are thinking of Brian, not with us here on this St. Patrick's Day. He would often bring his St. Patrick's Celtic Sojourn concert to Boston, bringing lots of great new acts. So, you know, remembering Brian today on this holiday, a culture he cared so much about, and also making sure that we see this music as a living and current thing. Yeah.
Well, and the Irish radio station, I believe we are one of the few communities in America that still has a full-time, round-the-clock
Irish station.
Yeah, Irish station with the full team as well.
So the culture is, as we like to say, it's Irish American and American culture.
And
so,
it's alive and well and on display here in Southie today.
All right.
All right, so if you are watching here, the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Evacuation Day Parade, live on Peacock and on NECN, we appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a little bit longer, so you stay with us and keep watching. We've got some really cool parade floats and some bands coming up. So stay with us right here.
We will be right back. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break.
First off, Black history is American history. Whether it's the trials and tribulations that we went through with slavery, or who we are today, the first Black president, the first Black meteorologist, the first Black this. I think it's a month to acknowledge. It's also a month to advance. My greatest gift to someone else is sharing that uniqueness and that Blackness and that intelligence, because we have to unite and stand up to those that say we shouldn't be in a room. I think we should be leading the room.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
Reed's Ferry Shed Spring Sale. 10% off every Reed's Ferry Shed this week. Order now, lock in an early spring delivery date with free installation. 10% off ends March 30th. So come on in, Reed's open today till 5. See 16 acres of sheds on display in every size, style, and color. Or shop online at reedsferry.com. For more sale details, make the call.
Call 888-85-SHEDS.
10% off a Reed's Ferry Shed. You got a good one.
Don't miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. There's so much to love about the 2024 Subaru Forester, like symmetrical all-wheel drive to keep you safe on any adventure. Buy with 1.9% financing or lease for just $319 per month.
There's a lot to love about you.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
All right, we're back, of course, at the South Boston Day St. Patrick's Evacuation Day Parade. Folks lining the roofs, as you can see, and on the balconies, in the windows. It's a great day to live along the parade route here in South Boston.
It is a great day to live along the parade route or have a business along the parade route as well. But Sue and I have been talking about the crowd this year in comparison to previous years. Obviously, the parade was one of the first things that was shut down when the pandemic hit, and it is back. It is bigger than ever this year. As you can see, dozens of people. Tomorrow morning when the estimates roll out for how many people,
it's going to be one of the largest.
It's going to be, without any hesitation, if you are watching right now, if you're watching, from the aerial, speaking of the aerials, got to watch out for, looks like a flying nip bottle that just came, Dr. McGillicuddy's. This will go down as one of the biggest St. Patrick's Day parades that the city of Boston has seen, most certainly in recent years.
Absolutely. Dozens
of people on tops of buildings, in the windows, hanging out of the windows, and probably a solid crew of about 40 deep along the, hi guys, of about 40 deep along the barricades here.
Yeah, we've seen a number of elected officials in the parade today. Of course, Governor Maura Healey, Mayor Michelle Wu, Lieutenant Governor
Kim
Driscoll, as well as the city council members and state reps.
Yeah.
So
Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll, along with former Governor Jane Swift and Governor Maura Healey, they made some. They had a little fun at the St. Patrick's Day breakfast this morning, and they all dressed up. Everyone knows they went viral online. The Dunk King with Ben Affleck and Brady and everyone, the Duncan outfits that went viral. Well, the ladies decided to wear those and become the Dunk Queens this morning at the St. Patrick's Day breakfast.
You know, you got to lean into the culture, the Boston culture.
Yeah,
you know,
got to lean into it.
That was one of my favorite moments of the Academy Awards, or the Super Bowl, actually, the Super Bowl as well. So we're in a little bit of a parade stop at the moment here on West Roxbury over by D Street. And we're just hanging out, chit-chatting, enjoying the day.
What's your plan after this, Sue O'Connell? What will you do?
I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to work really hard to try and get home. I don't live that far from here, but I imagine it'll take 3 or 4 hours.
Yep. Yeah, it's true. I am
how about you?
A lovely Dorchester kid, as you know.
Yep.
And producer Maria, we're going to go find a green beer this minute we wrap here.
Absolutely.
If you are watching this right now, there's a chance I'm not at work tomorrow. There's a chance I'm going to call out sick because I got the green flu.
He's got the green
today.
flu again. He gets the flu a lot. No, he doesn't. I'm only kidding.
But it is.
I want to ask you, so you're new to Boston relatively.
10 years.
10 years new.
Yeah.
What struck you about moving to Boston, about Irish Americans, and what you thought it was about and what it ended up actually being
Well, it's interesting, right?
Yeah.
So 10 years of living here, the first time I came to the parade, the first year that I moved here, 2014. And I remember coming to the parade and being like, wow, this is so much. Growing up, I grew up down south where Mardi Gras is creme de la creme. So I knew what Mardi Gras was, and I was like, oh, this is it's kind of like, Boston's sort of Mardi Gras. And then I got into this seat, right, filling in and getting to sit next to LaToya and you and the last few anchors that we've had here. And I remember seeing how proud people are of this parade and of their Irish heritage in Boston. And it's something that has struck me because people don't understand, and even like colleagues, friends of mine don't understand that when we put this parade on television, yes, we're putting, some local programming on the air for 2 hours. That's great. They don't understand the pride, the immense pride that people have in these organizations that walk in this parade, in the history of this parade. They do not understand that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't understand how deep that love goes.
And what I love too about the whole 23andMe thing that happens is you find many people here in Boston of Irish and Irish-English ancestry. They came here and they stayed here. They didn't move anywhere else.
Yeah.
There's a whole contingent from County Cork that are here. I love it when I meet new friends or new people who have come from Ireland, and they'll say, well, where are you people from? Don't tell me I know it's County Cork, because of the number of folks from County Cork that are still here with their ancestry and their deep roots here as well. So.
Which if you're just joining us and maybe you're watching from other parts of the country, and a lot of people, I do think they know that Boston is one of the meccas when it comes to St. Patrick's Day celebrations across the country. But for those of you who don't know the history, Boston is the first city in America to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Sometimes we celebrate it a little too hard.
Yeah.
But Crew Europa? Come on in here.
You don't know what to do?
What's your name?
My name is Craig Batch.
Craig Baxter. Where are you from?
Tampa. Tampa.
And why are you here?
Florida with Crew Europa.
Why are you here? What's happening?
Why are we here? We're in like the most epic, world-renowned St. Patrick's Parade.
So that is quite literally what we were just talking about.
We go to Ireland and then we come to Boston. We were in Ireland last year. We're there next year. We'll be back in 2026. We're here in 2022. This is the best parade we go in every year.
What makes this one different? What is it about this parade? If you're visiting, you're from Tampa. What about this parade in Boston stands out to you?
Aside from the fact I'm originally from Boston, this is an amazing parade. A lot of energy. The people are incredible here. I mean, everywhere you look, there's just lots of green and lots of smiles, and people are just absolutely amazing.
I love it. Welcome to the city again.
Great, thanks.
Congratulations.
Thanks for
Have fun,
over.
you guys.
Thanks for talking to us.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
We also have our 2024 charity with us, Stop Soldier Suicide. The banner's on our float.
All right.
That's our
Where can we find you? What's the website? What's the website? All right, we'll put it on the website, my man. Thank you. We appreciate it. Happy St. Patrick's Day, you guys.
They're working on stopping soldier suicide by celebrating Irish culture in this way, so take a look at them. They're looking tremendous.
And he wanted me to make sure, if you do check them out visiting from Tampa, Florida, it is Crew with a K.
Crew with a K, yes, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So it all comes together.
Yeah.
It's like Kismet. It was meant to be.
That was pretty kismet for a group from Tampa, Florida to come up behind us.
Yes.
And we can assure you that was not produced. All right, I got the Free Jacks behind them right now.
The New England Free Jacks are a 2023 Major League Rugby champions. The teams play all home matches at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Quincy. Great
I'm
to
behind
see
them right
some
here.
Rugby happening
what
there.
you're looking at from Watertown, the Ancient Order of Hibernians.
They were America's oldest Irish Catholic organization, founded in May 1836, and they can trace their roots back to a similar groups of societies that were in Ireland for more than 300 years to protect Roman Catholic priests and the church against English persecution back in 1565. You're watching the St. Patrick's Day Parade, Evacuation Day Parade here in South Boston. We'll be back in just a second, so make sure you stay with us for more fun.
Are you ready? It's Ford Truck Month, and we're celebrating 47 years as the best-selling trucks in America with special once-a-year offers on Ford F-Series, including the new 2024 Ford F-150, and Ford Super Duty the North American Truck of the Year. It's time to celebrate America. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 1.9% APR for 72 months on a 2023 Ford F-150 only at your New England Ford dealers.
Get ready for the greatest show on earth. The all-new Ringling. Action-packed fun for the whole family. See the best performers from around the world attempting daring feats with fun-filled laughter that never stops. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey playing New England this March through May. Visit ringling.com for show details and get your tickets today.
There's no better place to go green and save it than State Street Discount. Upgrade to more efficient appliances at our St. Patty's Day prices. And lower your energy bill too. We carry all the top brands, certified to save.
A stainless Frigidaire dishwasher, $549, save $150. A Samsung 55-inch premium 4K smart TV, $999.99, save $200. And a GE top-load washer-dryer combo, $1,078, save $80. State Street Discount. All you want.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. Hit the great outdoors and see for yourself our breathtaking coastlines, ancient castles, and world-class golf courses. Listen to live music and feast on mouth-watering local dishes. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
We are live on NECN and live on Peacock. Welcome back to the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Evacuation Day Parade, live from South Boston.
I'm Sue O'Connell along with Colton Bradford. You can tell by the shots, the crowd is wild, the music is great, and everyone is Irish today on St. Patrick's Day.
Everyone is Irish indeed, I believe. Hopefully you're taking an aerial look right now at Southie, and what I am going to presumptively say is going to be close to 1 million people who have descended on the streets of South Boston to celebrate St. Patrick's Day here.
Yes, indeed. Okay, we are looking right now at the An Garda Síochána, the Irish police, also known as the Guards. If you think I mispronounced it, it's because I'm from County Cork and we can pronounce it any way that we want. Of course, one of the great moments that are bringing all of our culture and our history together right here in this parade, in the St. Patrick's Day Parade. And of course, I believe we're also looking at His Majesty's 10th Regiment of 10th Foot in Boston?
I believe, well, we are looking at Her Majesty, but that would be Miss Massachusetts. That is Chelsea Vong, a graduate of Harvard. Chelsea competed at the 2024 Miss America competition and currently works in the NFL. Says she's thrilled to be in Southie to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, indeed.
As the parade continues down Broadway here, Sue and I are stationed at D Street near the infamous Burger King.
Which is where you are going to go, I think, if you're under 21, the Burger King parking lot. Luckily, Colton and I were both class presidents, so we're popular with this crowd.
I remember the days of hanging out in the Burger King parking lot.
Yeah, for us in Revere in the 70s, it was the Stop and Shop parking lot. So things haven't changed very much. Coming up now, Smiley Sickwit. Smiley Sickwit is a multi-genre parade performer out of Roslindale, Massachusetts. So a lot of picking up and throwing down, as we like to say in the business.
I don't know if we can go back to the aerial shots from our chopper here, but if we can, the sun has officially, the clouds have moved out.
Yep.
The sun is out, and it looks like the crowd continues to swell and grow. I mean, earlier, Sue, when you and I kicked off the parade, there were maybe 20 people who... Oh, yeah? There were maybe 20 people who were lining sort of 20 people deep, I would say. It's probably now 50 people.
How we doing?
As the Southeast St. Patrick's Day Parade. Here's the thing, everyone. if you're watching right now, Sue O'Connell and I are trying to keep the wheels on track. Unclear.
Unclear. Don't worry, we're just going with it. That's why we're looking at Peter Panic, who is a juggler on a unicycle. You just saw him. He's been performing around for 30 years. Kind of like the pre-scooter world, right? Just totally going with it. So, yeah, we're just kind of out here on our own. When Colt and I were young in different generations, and we would often think someday we're going to be on TV, and we'd go in our rooms and pretend we'd do a show. It's kind of like that.
It is kind of like that. We're just, come on, Peter Panic. Come on over here. Come on over here, Peter Panic. All right, Peter Panic, what's up, my man? How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day. How you doing? You keep going.
Keep going.
We appreciate you. Get back to it over there.
You know, you think as a juggler, you'd be able to juggle more than one thing at a time.
I know, yeah.
But I guess not. That's all right. So
here he goes.
Trying to keep him out of the way.
I don't even know what's coming up next. We'll tell you when we figure it out.
Well, yes, we've got a truck coming up about water. So we're going to figure that out in just a second. More performers. We're just taking in the sights along with you. The Move Nation Hydration Station. Move Nation and Mills Clothing and Boston Man Magazine. They bring people together through wellness and lifestyle events with unique clothing. Whoa.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We'll take that.
Basket here of stuff I can bring here.
I know,
water. It's all happening.
Is that water?
Well, who knows? We'll find out, won't we?
Oh, it is water, so.
It is water, okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. Now
Oh, thank you. More water. Oh, look, see, we each get one.
I think it's water.
Right behind them, of course, changing up the groove of it all, of course, because this is what we do in parades. We pivot. We're going to pivot to the Marine Recruiting Station in Boston, the United States Marines from the recruiting station. They're joining us in the parade today. You know, I want to go back to the crew folks that we talked to, the crew of Europa.
Yeah, visiting from Tampa.
Yeah, they been parades. He wasn't kidding. From Alaska to Chicago to Tampa, they really want to make miles out of smiles across the globe, one parade at a time. So that's something fun to do. Maybe you and I could do that when I retire and you just follow me around.
I already do that. I don't even have to. I don't even have to have time on my hands.
Just follow me around.
I basically get paid for that right now.
Go to parades. We'll have a good time. So here come the Marines, of course. And the Navy League Cadet Corps,
so they are
based out of Quincy, Massachusetts.
The Massachusetts Bay Division from Boston of the United States Naval Sea Cadet Corps. United States Naval Sea Cadet Corps is a national youth development organization sponsored by the Navy and the Coast Guard.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Break. Get some grape. When we come back, more parade. Stay with us.
See you in a moment.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. When I have customers come in and ask for something for memory, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works, and I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really worked so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
miss, the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. There's so much to love about the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek, like symmetrical all-wheel drive to tackle any terrain. Buy starting at $25,195 or lease for just $299 per month.
There's a lot to love about you.
I'm John Heyman. For over 40 years, it's been my promise to protect the rights of the seriously injured. I'm proud to say that over those years, my team of veteran trial-tested attorneys and I have recovered over $1 billion for our clients. I'm John Heyman, and that was my promise 40 years ago and remains my promise today.
Call 1-800-HEYMAN or go to HeymandLaw.com.
Enjoy a warm Irish welcome as soon as you step on board your Aer Lingus flight. We love bringing people to amazing places. Hit the great outdoors and see for yourself our breathtaking coastlines, ancient castles, and world-class golf courses. Listen to live music and feast on mouth-watering local dishes. So fly with us from Boston Logan Airport to Ireland and Europe. At Aer Lingus, you're very welcome.
We're back. Sue O'Connell, Colton Bradford, St. Patrick's Day Parade in South Boston, Evacuation Day Parade. We're live. We're having a great time.
We are having a great time here as the parade continues down Broadway, and the sun is out. It is absolutely
gorgeous.
Beautiful outside. And Sue and I have mentioned this before. If you're staying with us, if you're just joining us, this crowd is one of the biggest crowds this parade has ever seen. I'm telling you, tomorrow morning when you watch NBC 10 Boston, we'll have probably, I'm assuming, hopefully some estimation of what the count is, but it continues to swell, the crowd here. Behind us right now, the Irish Whispa, the band's celebrating St. Patrick's Day with us. What's up, guys?
They're here in remembrance of Roderick Jackson and Officer Paul Tracy, and singing "The Southie is Proud."
Yeah. All right, live here on NBC. Let's go, guys. How you doing over there? All smiles behind us here. Yeah, you're on the news, kid.
TV, kiddo.
All right, I believe this is St. Brendan's Youth Gaelic Athletic Club of Boston, based out of Dorchester as well behind us. And then coming up behind them, what you are looking at right now is the Marine Corps League. Making their way down Broadway. As the parade continues live here on NECN and Peacock, we remind folks who are celebrating at home to tweet along with us at NECN, at NBC 10 Boston on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Number of great ROTC groups that have been marching, as well as veterans and armed services and those that support them both while they're in service and out of service, and of course supporting the families as well. Veterans, of course, playing a large part in this parade, as they should in every parade. Making sure, thank you for your service, making sure that they keep us safe.
What you were looking at right there, this local author, Michael Patrick Murphy, wrote two books, Neighbor of the Lines and Redeem the Lines. Two novels, Story of Friendship, Unity, and Peace. You can read and learn with Boston Irish historical fiction in both of those books.
And coming up, the J.W. Mitchell High School Marching Mustangs.
Looks like they're going to put on a show for us. Let's listen in.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. You're listening to the J.W. Mitchell Marching Mustangs. They're here from Trinity, Florida, under the direction of Josh Hobbs and Drake Middlework. Boy, they are sounding great, playing the song that we all love to hear in Boston, Sweet Caroline, of course, and they are a percussion and color guard ensemble. They're silver champion medalists. They've competed around the world, so we're very excited. Hey there, how are you?
Making friends here, my man.
Right, Mad
Happy
Dog.
St. Patrick's Day.
Mad Dog. You go, Mad Dog.
Oh, here we go. Listen at the crowd. Let's listen in here. Let's see if they got it.
You know, I wonder if they play that all the time. Or they definitely
amazing how it seems like the entire city of Boston all knows the lyrics to that song.
Singing along with it. So it's definitely a great way to see this part of the parade. I mean, if you're going to be stalled, you want to be stalled on that.
100%.
It's been amazing traveling from all over the world to be in the parade
And
today.
it's crazy because as much as our producers know that they want us to talk right now, I'd almost bet that people who are watching would love to listen to this song. All right, live here on NECN and Peacock, the J.W. Mitchell High School Marching Mustangs out of Trinity, Florida, visiting us here in Boston on a beautiful St. Patrick's Day here as the parade continues down Broadway. Looks like we're at a little bit of a stall, but as Sue was just saying, there's one place to be stalled. It's right by the marching bands.
Absolutely, and it's, you know, it's the whole marching band culture. We could do a whole show on that. Maybe that will be our podcast, is the marching band culture. Do you know anybody who's been in marching bands or the color guard?
Yeah, I got a few friends out there.
It's been great. We've had some great bands that have come out of the Massachusetts area, the Lancers out of Revere. It's a whole thing.
It is a whole thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Let's give, for everyone who's watching, let's give everyone a quick recap of what we have seen so far this morning, right? Of course, it kicks off with the St. Patrick's Day breakfast. Everyone loves it. It's less of a breakfast. It's more of a roast for all of the local politicians. We carried it on NECN thanks to Nick Collins. The parade kicks off 1 o'clock down towards the Broadway T-stop. It slowly makes its way through Southie to where Sue and I are stationed here along D Street. And eventually it'll wrap up here in just a bit. As you can see, it's stalled right now. However, the kicker is with all of this, we were planning on this being a little cloudy, a rainy day, but it is not. It's beautiful out there and the crowds have arrived. Continues to swell here on NBC10 Boston and NECN. Hey, make sure if you missed any of our coverage, you want to relive it tonight at 5, anywhere that you stream. So Roku, Peacock, you name it, you can find us there.
We've had a great time. Thanks for joining us at the 2024 South Boston St. Patrick's Day Parade and Evacuation Day Parade. Bye-bye.